We recently had an inspiring conversation with filmmaker Uttera Singh and composer Raashi Kulkarni about their groundbreaking film Pinch, premiering at the Tribeca Film Festival. They shared insights into their creative process, collaboration, and upcoming projects. Stay tuned to ITV Gold for the full interview coming soon.
हेलो फ्रेंड्स वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। लेकिन आज उसके पहले माता जी के मंदिर दर्शन करने जाने। मम्मा तक दे
तेरा कोई लेना देना तो नहीं है ना जो कुछ
Uttara, let's talk about Pinch, your feature directorial debut premiering at Tribeca. Congratulations, first of all, and share some milestone journey for this film and what does this film mean to you personally and professionally?
Well, firstly, thank you so much for having us on ITV. This is kind of a fangirl moment. I have watched ITV in my uncle and aunt's home and my grandparents' home. So thank you so much for having us.
Pleasure.
Our film is premiering at Tribeca Festival with as part of the International Narrative Competition. And it's a story about a mother-daughter dealing with an incident of assault. And I think it's a comedy. So we'll find out what other people think. But I wanted to approach this drama with some comfort humor and a little bit of more, a different take on most assault films. So we can make the conversation more accessible and bring men into the conversation.
What inspired the story of Pinch and how did you approach bringing it to life on screen?
Well, it's an old school, completely indie film. So it was, going back to my hometown in Indore and filming there. And very grateful that my entire community came together and helped me. So the credit goes to them. And then when I came back and was editing the film and doing the post, my other community came together, which is my film school community. And that's where Raashi and I met. So, it was working with my friends, working with people I knew from college. So it's actually a huge collaborative effort and how this film has come together.
Okay, you're talking about the film coming together, but how was the seed?
Actually, my Nanu used to tell me this story when I was 6 years old about how one of my cousins was so naughty that she would go into crowds and pinch people. And every time I would go back, we all go to Nani's house, So every time I would go to her house, I would be like, Nanu, please tell me that story, tell me that story again. And that image remained with me for a long time. I wrote it as a short film first, and then one of my producers told me, no, pursue it as a feature film. So wrote that, then my co-writer came on board, and we finished the screenplay. And then first we wrote it in English and then wrote it in Hindi all over again. So it was a long process.
I can imagine. Are you the protagonist of this film?
Yes, I am.
How much do you pinch people on screen and off screen?
Well, that's a tough question to answer. I don't go around pinching people because I think I don't want to get in people's spaces. But in the movie, I pinch once.
That's it.
I gave away the big reveal of our film. The pinch only happens once.
Okay, but there must be like a build up and someone you really want to pinch in the film. I'm getting close, warmer.
Well, it's a different take, and that's why I highly recommend you should come watch the movie. And please, all your audiences, if you are in New York, please come watch our movie.
Absolutely. Raashi, coming to you. Congratulations to you as well.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for bringing me along on this interview as well.
Pleasure. Your work spans a wide range of genres and formats. How do you adapt your compositional style to suit something like Pinch?
That's such a great question. It really depends on my collaborator and having a very open communication. So when Uttara and I started talking about this film, we met up for coffee and we just talked. I wanted to know, like, what is she looking for? What is the style of music maybe she's thinking of? She came over to my studio and we just kind of jammed, and like we that's what I'm saying with Uttara. It was so special because she was very hands-on, and we would sit together while I would go through my library of sounds and like really decide together if we liked certain sounds for the film, if we liked certain, rhythmic beats. So she was very involved in that process. But it's all about open communication and just going back and forth on ideas. That's kind of how I approach every project.
Uttara, coming to you now. You balance multiple roles as an actor, filmmaker, and professor. How do these roles influence each other in your creative process?
Well, I just really relate to Charlie Chaplin. I think it just is my way of functioning. So I think it was easier. Teaching is separate. I enjoy it. I come from a family of educators, so I've been in a school environment for a long time, and seeing both my parents be educators, it's just comes naturally. I think it's a very respectable and a very hard profession. Um, and I just enjoy teaching. I enjoy sharing. Not that I know everything. I actually learned more by teaching than I have by being a student. And as for the other parts, I love doing it. I love I enjoy it. So I look forward to doing it, doing all the roles.
Rashi, you've scored many notable projects, including A Nice Indian Boy and World's Best. How does working on a film like Pinch compare?
I mean, I am very lucky that I've gotten to work with my friends. To me, those are the most fun collaborations. And so each of those experiences were wonderful because I was working with people that I really enjoyed working with. And with Uttara, I've known her for so long. I first came to know her work on a web series that our friend did called The Fav and I. And I
Okay.
saw her as this wonderful actor. And then I saw her in her work called Fanny Pack. It was a short. And I knew, like, I was like, Uttara's a star. I just,
Ah.
you just know. And so, yeah, each project is very different and asks for different things musically. And I think the most, amazing thing you can do is work with your friends and grow together. And that's what I got to do on each of those projects.
Wonderful. Uttara, talk about working with such a diverse and talented cast, including Geeta Agrawal, Sunita Rajwar, and others.
Also, I just want to quickly say Raashi is a star. Raashi is amazing to work with, and it was an honor to work with her. As for Geeta ma'am, Sunita ma'am, Sapna ma'am, and our entire cast, it was an absolute pleasure, to be honest. I learned so much from them, and it was something that I'm so grateful because they trusted me, and they were okay that I was directing and I was in it, and they never ever questioned that, which I will forever be grateful for that because they're all very accomplished actresses, very well trained, and they actually brought that training and discipline to set every single day. They were prepared, they were on time, they were kind to everybody. So that was actually one of the best experiences for me to work with them.
Talk about the production. What's next for you as a filmmaker after Tribeca? Any upcoming projects or goals you'd like to share?
Well, we have a festival run coming up, so we're excited to travel the world with our film. and hopefully we get to screen it in India, and we all go to India together and see it with the cast and crew. And then working on a couple of projects, writing and teaching.
Great, wonderful.
So our first screening is sold out after we were featured in New York Times. Our second screening is on 7th of June at 11 a.m. At the VEC Angelica Theatre. The third screening is on June 9th at 3:15. Again at the AMC, 19th Street. And the fourth screening is on the 14th of June at 11 a.m.
All right. Thank you so much for talking to us and good luck.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Pleasure. Bye.